As you can see, gentlemen, my company has maintained phenomenal success rates with acquired businesses. I have no reason to believe that your company wouldn't follow suit. Rhys was in the middle of a meeting with the owners and operators of the LA-based bodyguard agency that his company was in the process of acquiring. He knew that he needed to focus. This would be a major deal, both for him as CEO and for the werewolves around the world who were looking for work. But Rhys's mind was 1,100 miles away, and the last 2 nights played on repeat in his head. Focus, Rhys. He kept having to force himself back to the meeting. Mr. Gray, I see no reason not to proceed. The current owner of the company was smiling happily. Excellent. Then please allow us to sign the contract. As distracted as he was, Rhys was still able to present an offer they would be silly to refuse. As soon as the ink has dried, we will... Rhys! Rhys froze at the sound of his little bunny calling his name. He looked around the room. No one else appeared to hear her, but he could feel her fear, taste the night air around her. He closed his eyes for a moment and connected with her across state lines. It smelled like she was in the town somewhere, back in Colorado, near the Thai restaurant by the university. But that made no sense. She wasn't supposed to leave the house. Mr. Gray, are you all right? The middle-aged man in the suit sitting across from Rhys looked concerned. I'm fine. Rhys cleared his throat. He needed to find a way out of this meeting. He pulled out his phone. There were no new messages, but the other men in the room didn't know that. Gentlemen, I apologize, but it appears something has come up. Either myself or a representative on my behalf will be back shortly to finalize this paperwork. Rhys shook each man's hand before nearly sprinting out of the room. He called Trinity as soon as he was out of earshot, but her phone went straight to voicemail. His little bunny was supposed to stay inside, so why did it feel like she was in danger? He called Noah. Is the meeting finally over? It was almost 6:30, an hour behind home. The sun had set hours ago. I didn't think it was ever going to end. Something's wrong, Noah. Rhys ran down the stairs, not bothering to wait for the elevator. What is it? Are they not selling? No, they're selling. Something's wrong back home. Something's wrong with Trinity. Rhys had reached the bottom of the 5 flights in no time at all. His car was parked right out front. Wrong how? Noah was finally taking the call seriously. I don't know yet, but I can sense she's in danger. Rhys's call switched to Bluetooth as he started the car and sped off. She's scared, and I can tell she was near the university just now. That makes no sense at all, Rhys. Noah's reliance on logic was both a blessing and a curse. Rhys didn't have the patience for it right now. I'll try calling her. I already tried. Rhys snarled. It went straight to voicemail. We don't have time to waste. Start packing. I'll be there as soon as I can. Rhys hung up on Noah as he sped toward the hotel. Lila answered his call in the second ring. Hi, sweetie. How did the meeting go? Mom, is Trinity there? Rhys was too panicked to talk about anything else. What? Rhys, what's wrong? Is she there? He struggled to remain calm. No, she left with Caleb a little while ago. Rhys's heart dropped to the pit of his stomach when he heard those words. Caleb isn't even supposed to be in town, let alone picking my maid up from the house. Then Rhys understood with horrific clarity what was really going on. Looks like I've found my mole. Is everything all right? Rhys could hear the panic in Lila's voice. No, Mom, it's not. Rhys didn't see the point in beating around the bush. Caleb is in on all of the attacks. Rhys, no! Lila gasped. I'm on my way back. Rhys pulled up to the hotel. We're going to find her. I have to go. Rhys skidded to a stop outside the hotel, where Noah was already waiting with their bags. He threw them into the car and jumped into the front seat as Rhys sped away. Rhys wasn't about to leave his mate to fight against her enemies alone. It was his job to protect her. It was his job to save her. I'm coming, little bunny. They made it to the airport just after 7. Not even an hour since he'd heard Trinity calling for him, but it felt like it had been days. Rhys hurried to the ticket counter. There were no direct flights available, and he wasn't going to waste valuable time connecting flights at an out-of-the-way airports. He needed to hurry. I'll buy a whole damn plane to get back to my little bunny. Rhys calmed his raging wolf. This was LA. There were plenty of private planes for rent. He just needed to find a pilot. After nearly an hour of searching, a copious amount of threats, and a hefty bribe, he managed to find a pilot to fly them to Denver, which was over an hour drive from home. But it was the best they could do. Rhys made another call and had a car waiting for them there. He would not waste a second once the plane landed. He needed to find his mate, and quickly.
Want to know what happens next? Click on the link in the description below to watch further episodes of Chosen by Fate, Rejected by the Alpha.